but they are using all the places for bans, trying to make sure that Mulan have nothing. Marksman, any other kind of options will be not comfortable for Mulan, trying to get in line and doing the laning going against Egen.
So right now, look at that. If Lady Sun is a lock, no Direnjie, no Meng Yap.
Very limited choices.
What is out there? Concert U, what is out there?
Concert U, like Mulan
Garo.
have 120 rate on Concert U, but if you are deciding to go with the Concert U, I think the whole composition will be quite towards the late game. Yeah, will be really dangerous.
Concert U seems to be the option that Monglan wants to take. Let's see what he's going to pair it. Prince of Landing.
Chemistry. Good.
It is good because if Concert U can just use her second ability properly to try to shield out some of the damage coming in from Wuhan.eStarPro, that allows Prince of Landing just to come in and use his ultimate and to deal more damage for Monglan to take on the kills after.
I mean, the lock-in of Prince of Landing basically just tell Egen there's no way you're going to be feeling comfortable in this one. Like, even though you're banning these two best marksmen together, but I have an answer for you.
I thought Tai Treren was going to be the clear answer for
This
Wuhan.eStarPro.
will be a counter pick, a very typical one. Since like Prince of Landing, very special in design, he will be hiding. He will be avoided to be seen using of invisibility, right? But like Wei Guzi's ultimate, having the ability to shine and light up the world, they are able to know where exactly this Prince of Landing will be like. This is a typical countering strategy.
It is a great pick, that Wei Guzi in there. Like his second ability and his third ability are going to be completely directly countering on the whole strategy from Foshan.DRG.GK in that bottom lane. So we need to just keep our eyes around the map. If they're not going to have a winning lane over there in the bottom lane, then everything is going to come down to what Baisho and Pompon can do over there on top.
So this is what's going to happen. As long as like Wuhan.eStarPro get the vision of the exclamation mark from Agai, they're just using all the abilities from Wei Guzi, trying to make sure, we know exactly where you're hiding.
Straight up just like that. Like, if you just made that decision of playing that Wei Guzi and playing it on Ziyang, the only player that as a support has won a final MVP, then they're just going to have to just completely depend on him.
And like you said, the DRG.GK is changing the strategy, changing the gaming strategy. The last one, the game one, they have two smites, two very aggressive early game, like tank frontliners trying to do the invasion. But since that failed, we are directly changing to a completely different strategies. We're trying to make sure the laning will be what really matters for this particular one. We're definitely going to be winning, getting those advantages during the laning phases. And wow, GK need to grasp this kind of opportunity to their side.
GK needs to do something right now. They do not want to go all the way to a 2-0. A 2-0 would be very bad for their goal of trying to put their hands on that trophy that is standing right over there on stage.
Exactly. Oh, they are just becoming better and better every single time. We saw their places. And now, if you take a deep look, rewind for a little bit, you can see those performances from GK. You got no surprise why they will be becoming the best two. Standing up and sitting down in the stage up front, performing in the grand final for 2022 KIC.
Let's see. Right now, it's going to be a lot of pressure on Yicheng.
Of course.
Like, Yicheng is going to have so much pressure because if you analyze the composition from eStarPro, Yicheng is going to be dealing most of the damage. And if Yicheng is going to be limited by that combo from Concert U and Prince of Landing, it could just put eStarPro on their back foot.
Let's see how it goes.
Straight in there, just sending Ziyang back right over there. Just he could not contest anything in here.
Wow, this is really a competition fighting over for vision. Like all the minor ability from those heroes will be able to light up the world for DRG.GK. They're using the first one and the ultimate from Shen Mengxi from the Kitty Bomb, but you're gaining them some of those visions they need.
Yeah, of course. Like, imagine all the damage that was dealt over there in the mid lane.
Oh, this one is
Ziyang was just sucking in all of that. He was sent all the way back to the fountain after that.
Look where Tairan is. 1 versus 2, gaining the River Sprite to his side. Good ones. And the bottom laner, 2 marksmen, head-to-head.
Like, Monglan needs to take that laning stage to him. Like, he cannot let that one go. And look at the rotations over there. Our guy just knows that he just needs to give the vision. His only job right now is going to be to give the vision at the beginning. The damage is not going to be something that he needs to be thinking about. He just needs to be there to just provide some psychological pressure.
Oh, little skirmish happened down there, chipping away those HP from these 2 warriors standing side by side together, sharing the same gold and same waves. But nothing's gonna happen as long as we can like keep track of where these 2 supports are, where they're going to go. What will be the next like destination? So where the team fight's about to happen.
1 and 2 taking half of Huahai's HP bar, just letting him know that they have a tracker on him. Ziyan comes in trying to take on Monglan, but Monglan's got his 4th ability already available at the same time as Yizheng.
Huge stress during the laning, but Monglan managed to take it, handle it quite smoothly.
They have eyes on the blue. Huahai does not have he doesn't use his might. Just decides just to come in and take it slowly.
You know, every single pace is happening like silently. Even though we're not seeing the first blood, but they're trying to get to level 4 with the supports, and it's happening.
Yeah, and right now, like almost everyone has made it all the way to level 4. So right now, like the beginning of this game has been completely different to what we had on game 1. Look at that, being frozen down. He still has his ult available. Look at that, comes in, Tyrion being taken to half of each HP. Pum Pum comes in, and it's going to be Guy, the one that is going to follow now. Ziyan takes on 2 people. Huahai wants to join in the party. He is coming in late, but now the target's going to be that blue buff.
It's just beautiful combos. They are displaying all the possible way to combo using the CCs, right? Like, together, Tyrant's ultimate, including Qinglong's ultimate, managed to trick 1 person down, and then you're seeing those combos from Ziyan together with Qinglong again. That's something that's a hard work, the showcase of their results, being teammates all together. A lot of combo, beautiful movements are happening just now.
Beautiful movements from both sides, we could say. Right now, the Tyrant is going to be taken to half of its HP. Monglan needs to ult his way out of there. Being completely targeted.
It really requires a lot of time trying to be this experienced, because like Monglan, the ultimate from Council Yu will manage to gain this hero 1 minor second of the Purify effect. And that's what exactly happened. Like Monglan using the ultimate to escape away from the second ability from Guiguzi.
Look at that, DRG.GK, they have their eyes over here on this blue buff. Ziyan is going to be stopped way out of there. Like, he was going to make his way through the rear, but he was just completely red lighted in there.
Now this is too like dangerous, because you can see like from the mini map, Tyrant is really far from this. And DRG.GK is simply just waiting around for this Guiguzi to show up. This will be a huge turning point for DRG.GK, because once Guiguzi is going down, they earn themselves those breathing time, trying to buy more stuff, trying to buy more items.
Look at that, and now just Agai, the one that comes in. Huahai comes in, he wants to take advantage of that. The Razor Cavalry pushes him back. He's going to run away with his life, because it was DRG.GK the ones that they wanted to counterattack.
Well, look at those minor CC chains right there. Like, Baisho is miserable.
He's not having a great game right now.
Like, being tortured with those minor controls.
It just takes so much out of him. Like, psychologically, he knows that he wants to be part of the game, but he cannot. Like, he tries to jump in, but he cannot do anything about it.
Oh, very sensitive. He knows that there's some rotations back then, so it will be not safe enough for just standing under your tower. You have to make sure that you will stay in the relatively safer spot.
All right, look at that. Out of sight, just the rotation over there to mid lane. Right now, everything is looking like the point is going to be here, the bottom lane. Huahai comes in. He's going to take the solo against Monglan, but it's going to be Agai coming in from behind. Taking Huahai extremely low. Can he take back? It's going to be a one-to-one trade.
Yizheng going further, trying to gain a kill to his side, but unfortunately the damage is not enough.
Team Feng is going to reply back to that. It's going to be a 2-1 trade for DRG.GK.
Looking good from GK. Like Menglan is on fire today. Like he can play like actively, he can play passively. He can try to make sure that he stays safe all the time.
Three of them. Frozen prison. It comes in. Winter scared. Invincible warrior still going to fall.
Wow, like eStar finally fighting back, getting one more kill in return, making it 2-2.
Making it 2-2. It was a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It took them a little while. Look at that. Menglan uses his ability over there to shield the damage out, and then it was the cue for Huahai. He knew that he could come in and bring in the damage.
Menglan did everything he can do. Did basically everything, single thing he can possibly do.
Yes, of course. And then Xinfeng just being extremely brave, goes straight up into the Lady Sun's face and pokes him out of this.
Oh, that's very dangerous for Kai. He's missing the spot here.
No gold advantage for none of the two teams. We're a complete tie on 18,000, almost the 19,000 gold mark at 7 minutes of the game.
Like, Puma is very difficult to play in this particular game because you are fixed with this kind of composition, which means that your soldier, your warriors, your top laners will not be responsible for the whole vision. Like, Pom needs to gain the vision by simply just standing and rushing back face to the bushes to find out whether there's going to be enemy, whether it's going to be an ambush there.
Look at that, Baisho.
Very risky.
Baisho just trying to take on the bottom lane turret at the same time that they just gave the one on top away. This whole game has just been a full mirror, right? Whatever that happens on top just ends up happening on bottom just straight right after we move.
Everything's going to happen. Like, both teams are determined to take this very high risky compositions. Look at the supports, come on.
Ziyan with the flash comes in. Menglan is going to have to dash his way out of there. The kitty bombs come in, take Ziyan to 1/3 of his HP, runs out after using his ult to clean the way.
Yeah, but after like trading the flashes, eStar have to rush back because they have no vision on wherever like the Baisho is standing. So best move is to retreat back, and right now it will be DRG.GK Serum trying to invade more to eStar's jungles.
They're going to take that turret over there in the middle. Mid lane turret is going to fall for eStarPro. DRG.GK right now just open the door for eStarPro's resources.
Yeah, this is a competition of gaining the vision. That's all. Those kills, those team fights is not that matters, not that important. Whoever got the more vision to who can just take full control of the map.
And look at that right now. That Overlord is going to go for eStarPro. Last Overlord that we're going to have before the Shadow Tyrant. The Shadow Overlord is going to be online on the 10-minute mark.
Foshan.DRG.GK definitely going to be performing better job than the previous one. Like game one, very solid, very confident.
Yeah, I think that just having a guy on those very aggressive support options, it just fits really well for Foshan.DRG.GK. Clearly, it is a very big risk when you're facing eStarPro.
And let's see what will be the answer from eStarPro. They have been struggling during this mid-game for a long time. Nothing's going to happen. And they're definitely going to be planning for their next moves.
They're planning on what to do. Shiro and Taran, they just feel the presence from a guy that is just walking around. He's just wandering around the jungle, just letting them know that he is present.
Yeah. Because we have, as an audience and caster, we have the full vision. But if you were the players, you have no idea that where this Guiguz is, where this Prince of Landing is. Every bush seems dangerous to your side. All right, Peng getting to another safety spot, waiting for the blue to spawn.
Ziyan already with the Howling Emblem. That is online. It's going to be available in case that eStarPro would like to just start being a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, Baisho is still missing from the map, and right now, by showing himself appearance on the top lane. That's the reason why eStar rushes back here, though, going further, because they know exactly where the Guan Yu is.
And they know that if Baisho is not around, like they could just come in and they try to take a little bit more aggression. Look at that Huahai. It's going to be initiated by Agai. The kitty bombs come in, but they're going to be wide. Huahai is going to survive on that ambush.
Smooth moves, using all the ability available, trying to avoid as much damage taken as possible. That's good. And Yell is very special, you know.
Yeah.
He have those damage deduction built inside of this hero, so he'll be extremely tanky.
Yeah, right. Like it's one of those heroes that they are able to survive again and again and again. Oh, Baisho is being slowed down. He tries to move out, trying to move around. He just saw the opening, tried to come in.
Oh, but let's see.
It was a little bit late. It's still gonna be Huahai just putting his hands on that Shadow Overlord.
You know that eStar is reacting to this very, very quickly. That Ejin will be first-handed getting in touch by Guy, but using with the cost of the Purify managed to escape away.
Yes.
And since like Lady Sun is not in a healthy H-bar state, they managed to stall the time trying to make some like attraction towards DRG.GK, managed to buy Huahai the time to solo kill and getting this Overlord.
And look at that, and right now they're going to rotate to try to take on that Shadow Tyrant.
The positioning from Guan Yu is very important.
Agai keeps an eye over there. He knows exactly where everyone is. But look at the top lane. The Shadow Vanguards are already putting damage on that level 2 turret. That Shadow Tyrant is going to be for eStarPro. Nothing that DRG.GK can do right now. But it's taking them a little bit too long time to get that one.
I mean, the Vanguards is buying this a lot of times. Pompon rushing in,
Oh,
trying to gain a kill.
He's sucking in so much damage from everyone. Agai tries to take on Idra. Idra is going to fall as well. Agai is going to follow in. Now it's going to be Baisho. Comes in, deals damage. It's not going to be lethal. It's going to be a 2-1 trade for DRG.GK in terms of it's going to be good for eStarPro.
Like, Guy is losing the very tier 2 turret in the top while facing huge stress of the waves there. But like since like Peng Peng will be one true target, the only thing you gotta do is trying to make
Monglan one more time.
Wow, very dangerous.
Very dangerous, not gonna be Huahai. Xinrong just uses his dash to fly out of this whole thing. Ziyan comes in and supports him out of that fight.
Those counter fight from the side of eStar is really, really good. I mean, they tried everything they can possibly do to remain survived. And the appearance of Guan Yu is really dangerous. That spot.
Yes. And I think that the problem for eStarPro is that Yi-Zheng is the one that fell in that fight, right? Like, you do not want Lady Sun to be falling, since you really need Yi-Zheng to be able to deal damage. Like, without the burst damage coming in from Yi-Zheng, I don't think that right now eStarPro has enough damage for them to be lethal.
Yeah, this will be the question, whether Yi-Zheng can keep himself alive.
Oh, look at that. Monglan is being just shielded down and being taken down. It's going to be a 1-to-1 trade right now. It's going to be Baisho, the one that is going to try to reply back.
Yeah, those two marksmen cannot just stay alive during the team fights. They're definitely going to be the target to their enemies. Like Ejin with 2-minute cooldown time for the Purify to waiting. It's a long time for Marksman and for Monglan as well, even though you have the ultimate and one more flash, but also the cooldown will be 2 minutes.
And eStarPro knows that they need to rush this Shadow Vanguard. They need to rush this Shadow Tyrant right now. It comes to 10,000 of its HP, nothing that DRG.GK is going to do. And right now, eStarPro building up a little bit of an advantage.
Right from this time on, it will be very easy to understand who can protect their marksmen safely during the team fights. We're gonna be the winner for the next team fight. It's that easy.
Of course. Did you see how every single item it was
Prince of
just
Wanling will be spotted.
all the way? Yi-Zheng Baisho wants to jump in, but he's been slowed down by every single CC.
Look at
Huahai coming in from behind. Monglan spotted him. He's got eyes on him. The ballista's already damaging the bottom lane turret.
I think we're missing some information here. Maybe when we're looking at the replay,
Yes, exactly.
something happened. Gaining the vision, finally know exactly where Agai is, returning this, like making Agai the target of the first like team fights. And once they have killed Agai, everything is going to be happening.
That's the problem, is
Go
that
down the
they
road.
spotted Agai just too early.
Initiation.
And there's so many controls coming in from Wuhan.eStarPro, right?
Yep.
Like, they have the ability not only to slow you down, but just to stun you down to the ground.
There's not a huge goal differences for this one.
Yeah.
Whoever can manage to gain more vision will be the winner for this.
So?
eStar, even though they're facing those leads in towers, the dragons, the common, the Japtus, but DRG.GK still have a lot of, like, it's even for me. Like, either teams share the same possibility of becoming the winner for this game too.
Yeah, exactly. Right now we're already making it to 15 and 30, right? And then we still don't see a huge advantage coming in from any of the two of them. So the teams right now, they know that they just need to push it a little bit more, and probably we're going to be seeing the second Tempest Dragon over here in this game.
I'm feeling the same way.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that.
Yeah, 16 minutes it is with the Dark Overlord. I mean, the overload really matters. Those vanguards helped eStar a lot. Trying to gain the vision where Guan Yu is, because you have to send somebody arranging, clean, weird up.
For DRG.GK, like they do not have the ability to really protect their high ground as easily as for what they have right now for eStarPro. It is just a little bit harder for them. Look at Agai just waiting in the rear, trying to find an opening. He wants that. Monglan is being taken extremely low. He's been launched. Godlike for zero, then he's going to go and he's going to fall as well. Look at that. Ziyang is the one that is going to be targeted out by Baisho. He is right now on the run. The Dragons are already spotting into mid lane and top lane.
I think Baisho can go back safely, but they're facing the fact that 3 vanguards are rushing to their high ground towers. So the remaining squad have to rush back, trying to protect their own high ground towers.
They need to protect those. They cannot fall, and it's going to be a trade because eStarPro is going to take the bottom lane one.
Yeah, 2 members is not enough since Baisho has just been on spot yet. First ability trying to steal those HP away, but you can see those items built from eStar. Sakabisco, I'm so sorry to see this pink like shield, which means that the magic damage from like GK will be highly deducted in the future matchups.
And that's the problem. Look at that. Like Monglan comes in, he tries to clean, but it's not enough. Like look at that. Like he's just being targeted by every single person. In the moment that Agai jumps in from the back, there's nothing that he could have done to stop this.
Yep. And right now back to live, eStar, all members surrounding as a team, as a squad, trying to make sure that they gain those dragons. Those common dragon, like common objectives is one that eStar is always leading. Not to mention number 1, number 2, both teams. They're the master of the dragons.
And look at this, like DRG.GK Monglan just with 13,000 gold, but on the other side, Yicheng already making closely to the 15,000 mark. Both of them are fully stacked, and as you mentioned, like the Succubus Cloak coming in from eStarPro, just like the item that Yicheng and the item that Tanran are going to be choosing.
It's not like Shenmengxi's damage that fatal, but they have to remain in a healthy state so that the team fights can last longer. And the more time they got, the more spaces and more damage are going to be contributing to the entire team fight.
Agai is being spotted. Ziyang brings him back. He's going to fall. Waha is going to take that kill. The kitty bombs come in. Baisho trying to find the angle. He's going to be slowed down. Ziyang is going to take it one more time. It's going to be one more time. eStarPro, the ones that they're going to bring in the super minions.
Monglan stay alive, trying to clean away for the team.
Look at that, Baisho is going to use his body trying to take on Icho. It's not gonna be enough. It's gonna be brought in by Ziyang. It's been taken down.
Wow, DRG.GK really suffers all of it, even though their enemies are all very low in HP, but they just cannot find a possible way to deal more damage. The ultimate will be avoided by the ultimate from Huahai. Nice move, and Sage Sentry is available for now. Resurrection has been triggered, and right now, like, eStar are all rushing to the base, trying to get one real kill to their team.
Agai is going to join the party right now. He's gonna be the last hope that they have, but he's gonna be surrounded by 3 people. Monglan comes back with his half of HP. Can he clean this? It's gonna be 1 against 3. He's trying his best. It's not gonna be enough. Takes 2 kills, but it's gonna be eStarPro taking the victory. 2-0, ladies and gentlemen.
2-0, a complete leading in the very first 2 games till now. Like GK, Again, they are facing a lot of stress when it comes to laning, when it comes to invasion, losing the common objectives, but they still manage to keep fighting till the very end. It's a very close one, but I'm so sorry to say that.
Already taken out of the fight.
Yep.
If you could have just jumped in a little bit earlier, putting pressure on Yicheng from behind, Monglan could have found a little bit of a better angle, probably.
But since like every single ability and AoE damages came in directly to you, so will be a very hard task to Monglan trying to stay safe during the team fights. And once that eStar get the idea that they're not directly going for the marksman in their first-handed, they're trying to figure out where Guy is. So they are changing during the game. Initially, they're trying to pick up those very good ones during the in the jungles, where they're using like Ziyang to go initiation, trying to like engage and trying to go directly for Monglan. But it failed for several times. Didn't work, so they changed the whole strategy by changing the targets, make it a shift